Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 324. If you're writing a book or thinking about it or trying to finish a book that you've started, or perhaps you need help reaching more readers to let them know about your book, you are in the right place. Good morning and happy Saturday. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh, also known as Christine Ink. Ink, like that stuff that you write with, or we used to anyway. Every day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 18 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they can turn someone who barely considers themselves a writer into a published book author. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. Authors like cats because they are such quiet, lovable, wise creatures, and cats like authors for the same reasons. Robertson Davies. Kind of a funny quote today because we're going to have a fun episode today about what it is to be an author. So once again, happy Saturday, happy weekend, my fellow authors. Let's have some fun today, especially since I acknowledge that this week's episodes have been super content heavy. So if you're still catching up on this past week, lots of information. So I thought we needed a moment to kick back a little bit here, that we might all need a breather about now for the weekend. I know I do. Therefore, for today's episode, what I'm going to do is list popular stereotypes about authors and writers. And I feel like we should fully embrace the cliches. You know what I mean? All the things that other people think about us and the things that we think about ourselves because, hey, we're writers and other people are not, right? So I say that we wear the weirdness proudly. And here is my top 10 list of stereotypes and, okay, let's face it, facts about authors. Number 10. All of our writing must be done in public so other people can see us and know that we're writers and doing important writing things, especially at Starbucks. Love that one. I've definitely done the coffee house thing there. So that's the number 10 stereotype about writers. Number 9, we live in our pajamas. All right, well, this actually isn't too far from the truth because really, is there like some great need for us to be dressed to do what we do? And also sweats and leggings. I personally love leggings and sweatshirts. So yeah, we're a little grungy and disheveled. Not so much, dressed up and cute and sexy with the martini at arm's length like Carrie Bradshaw on the TV show Sex and the City. That has always cracked me up. I've referenced that over the years. It's always cracked me up, like how just, even when she's like trying to look grungy, she was like looking all cute and had the martini or whatever. It's just like, no, that's so not my reality as a writer. So that's the stereotype is more that we live in our pajamas. And I think that's mostly true. Number 8, whenever possible, we will insert random, literary, and other weird references from our various writing project research into conversations with others. All right, well, yeah, why talk about the weather when you can bring up random facts about the human brain, Greek history, quantum theory, or how farm machinery works? We know random things, especially random literary things. I say yes, let's confuse people as much as possible. Number 7, speaking of weird references, as authors, we love to joke about how the FBI and Homeland Security must be keeping a close eye on us for all the crazy and often, terrifying things that we Google about our book writing projects, especially those of us who are like crime thriller authors and need really cool ways to kill people. So that's about all in terms of, I'm not going to list any more examples of things that we Google because I don't want your daily writing habit to become a matter of national security. But yeah, leave it to a writer to have the most interesting Google search histories. Number 6, we love books. Well, duh, of course we do. Because in order to write well, you must read a lot. So yes, we buy books, we check them out of libraries, we pile them up, we hoard them, we read them until all hours of the night. We have coffee mugs and clothing about our love of books and bookmarks about our love of books to put in the books because we love the books so much. We like all the book-loving memes on social media. And I don't even think this is a stereotype. Books are an author's lifeblood. That's just a fact. Number 5. The next one is about all the junk food and snacks on hand, especially when we're stress writing, like getting through a difficult part of the book that we're writing or worse, on deadline. Stress writing, for many, equals stress eating. And this may fall closer to stereotype for many of us. Like for me, rather than stress eat, I'm personally more likely to forget to eat. So that's also not the best health habit, and I'm working on it. And thankfully, I have a husband to remind me to eat and not die. I also have a dog and a cat who will visit my home office after I'm there for an excessive amount of time. And in their own animal ways, they will insist that I quit working and go and do the normal human things, which involves eating. Number 4. We have at least one funky piece of writer wear, kind of like comfort clothing. And of course, bringing out our writer eccentricities even more. So a sweater, a scarf, a hat. This is just a personal idea I have. I don't know if it's that huge of a stereotype. So definitely let me know in my Ink Authors group on Facebook if you have writer wear. If there's a piece of clothing that you tend to wear when you are in your writing cave. I personally have become obsessed with the idea of getting a funky writer hat for my writing cave time. So again, drop by Ink Authors on Facebook and let me know if you have any funky hat ideas for me. And number 3, we are office supply junkies. Well, yeah, that's another duh, like books. Is it just me, or, the back to school office supply sales with all the, pens and papers and Post-its and notebooks? Is that like the best time of the year ever? That's like early Christmas when they have the back to school office supply sales. Number 2, we are master procrastinators. Even those of us who despise housework will happily use a load of laundry, vacuuming, or even cleaning toilets as a legitimate excuse to avoid a writing deadline or to avoid returning to that part of the manuscript that is making our brains explode from the inside out. So I guess this means dirty house, happy productive writer. Clean house, tortured writer. So sorry, spouses and family members of writers. Well, it is what it is. And finally, my number 1 stereotype that is also a fact about writers. At any given moment, in any given day, no matter what else we are doing, there is almost always a part of our brain that is asking, when can I write again? Once again, happy Saturday. I hope you all carve out at least a little time to write this weekend. And thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I'm helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And be sure and drop by my Ink Authors group on Facebook to, again, give me funky hat suggestions, but also motivation, accountability, book writing, publishing resources, and more. Until tomorrow, happy writing.